Hello. So, students, I welcome you all for this next session of Big Data Analytics. In this session, we will going to see the details with respect to the business intelligence and analytics, data analytics. Let me share the presentation with you. I assume the presentation is visible to all. Now, what do you mean by the big data is analytics and business intelligence? We are going to see this presentation in two parts. The first is the basics of big data, and then what do we actually mean by business intelligence and its analytics. Now, first, the what is big data? As we have seen in last 2 3 sessions, that what do we mean by the big data? It's a massive set of unstructured and semi-structured data from various origins like web traffic, social media, sensors, etc. It might be in a peta megabytes of data. Volume is too great for the typical DBMS, and information from multiple internal and external sources is also there, transactions, social media, enterprise content, sensors, etc. And if we study the volume of big data, how much volume of big data is that we are generating every time, then in the last current minute, there were 204 million emails were sent, then 61,000 hours of music listened to an Pandora website app, 20 million photos were viewed, 1 lakhs of tweets were made, 6 millions of views and 2,077,000 Facebook logins were made, 2 plus million Google searches were made, and 3 million uploads on Flickrs were made. That is the volume of big data we meant. What is a big data? That the big data means the companies leveraging data to adapt the products and services to meet the customer needs, how it is originate. Big data तयार कसा होतो, that we are saying, to meet the customer needs, then to optimize the operations, to optimize the infrastructure, to find the new sources of revenues, and to reveal the more patterns and anomalies. Whatever we are doing, we means the end user. That might be any organization, any company, or any end user, like any individual Facebook blogger, or any Gmail user like that. They are generating data for these purposes, and that is termed as a big data. As IBM has estimated that 1.9 millions of these jobs will be in the US on with respect to support the big data. Now, where does the big data come from? Big data, how it is originated? It is originated by the enterprise dark data, that is a black web or dark web we are calling as. Then the partner employees and customers and suppliers, they are originating. Then commercials players are generating data. Then the social media is also generating some major amount of data, and the public like weather, population, economic, credit, then contracts, email, transactions, monitoring, sensors, yeah, equipment, industry, sentiments, and network. All these are interconnected to each other. If you are seeing this diagram, every unit, every originator of big data is interconnected to other big data, other remaining four big data originator, and that's how the big data is coming from. Now we will see the what types of data, big data are there. This is the first that a variable of unit like a category. There are four types of data or levels of measurement. The first was categorical, nominal big data or ordinal big data. Then third, interval related big data, and fourth one that is a ratio related big data. We will see these all in detail in next slide. Categorical or nominal data. Nominal categorical data is a data that comprises of the categories that cannot be ranked order. Each category just a different, like for example customers location, it might be America, Europe, Asia or India, like that. No, that cannot be you can say the rank or order, they are the just different from each other. Okay, and the category available cannot be placed in any other order. No, you cannot place in any other order. Like for example, employee classification, manager, supervisor, and associate, etc. You cannot place them in any other order. Okay, that is meant by the categorical or nominal data. What does it mean? Means the no mathematical operation can be performed on the data relative to each other. If they are not related to each other, we cannot do or user cannot perform any mathematical operation on the nominal data. Therefore, the nominal data reflect the qualitative differences rather than quantitative ones. This is an important parameter of any nominal or categorical data, that it is related to the qualitative differences, not the quantitative differences. Nominal data, again we will see the example. What is your gender, male or female? Please take the right one. Or did you enjoy the film? Please take the right one. That's a nominal data. And welcome to Shah. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Though there were no students, as a practice, I am daily uploading the lectures or sessions on the YouTube. I have started with the.
Yes.
You can continue with the this slide onwards. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. We are seeing the big data types or types of big data. The first one we are discussing, that is the nominal data. For your reference purpose, I am backtracking the slide. Categorical nominal data means which cannot be have any other category, that is a categorical data, like the customer's location or employee classification, and it is related to the qualitative differences rather than quantitative differences. Means no mathematical operation is possible on the, you can say the on the categorical or nominal data.
Yes.
The example of nominal data is like the your gender or any particular references made, like did you enjoy the film, like that. Means a variable that have only two responses, yes or no, are known as determinists, and that is the mutually exclusive. Means you cannot say the yes and no are can be merged together. Yes are totally different and no's are totally different. Like the genders, males are totally different and females are totally different. Means they are not related to each other. That's why they are exhaustive. And this is the example of nominal data. Next one, ordinal data. Ordinal data, we will see the example first, that how satisfied are you with the level of service you have received. Very satisfied to the very dissatisfied. Means the ordinal data that can comprises of categories that can be ranked in order. Means you can rank them like from very satisfied to the very dissatisfied. This is a ranking made to the data received, and that is called, or then such a type of data is called is a ordinal data. Similarly, with the nominal data, the distance between the each category cannot be calculated, but categories can be ranked above or below each other. Okay, means you can have the rank. We can have the rank of data, right? The scale, whether very satisfied to the very dissatisfied, or you can say the yes to no, and then the in between you can say the neutral one. Then that can be a ordinal data, or can't say. काही काही वेळा असा एक पोल किंवा सर्वे असतो की कांट से, then that is a ordinal data. no fixed units of measurement is there. Means आपण असं काही user cannot qualify that very, what do you mean by the very satisfied and somewhat satisfied. That depends on individual's perspective. हे प्रत्येकाच्या perspective वरती depend असतं. That's why there is no fixed units of measurement. For example, college football ranking, survey responses like poor, average, good, very good or excellent. These are the survey responses that can be termed as a ordinal data. What this mean? That can make the statistical judgment and perform the limited maths. जसं आपण पूर्वी nominal data वरती पहिलं no maths operation are possible, whereas on the ordinal data a very limited maths operations are possible. Next one. Interval and ratio data. Now interval, that words are itself are the self-explanatory. What do you mean by the interval? Means given a particular slab, like from first to 10, then 11 to 20, like that. These are the slab given. Then that is the interval data. Ratio data means for a particular operation, how much efforts are required or scale is there, then that can be a ratio data. For example, both are interval and ratio data are examples of the scale data itself. Scale data, it is always numeric in a format. Data that can be measured on a continuous scale. Scale means it is the uniform scale, like 1 centimeter or 1 meter. These are the uniform scale, or 1 kilogram or 1 liter. These are the uniform scale. You can measure that data on that continuous scale. Then the distance between each can be observed, and as a result can be measured. Means you can have the observance of the distance itself. Okay, that is the particular meaning of interval data. Interval data, it is ordinal data but with the constant differences. Ordinal data असतो पण एक constant difference असतो की याच्यामध्ये एका इंटरवल मध्ये बिटवीन द ऑब्झर्वेशन्स, म्हणजे एका पर्टिक्युलर स्लॅब मध्ये किती येणार हे फिक्स असतं. 1 to 10 means the 10 units are there, 11 to 20 10 units are, that is a fixed one. Whereas ratios are not meaningful. We will see the ratio in next slide. For example, example of interval data means the time. Time moves along the continuous measure or second, minute, so on, without a 0 point of time. You cannot say that is a starting time. It is always continuous. Time is continuous one. There is no starting point as such. That's why it is the interval data. Then the temperature moves along the continuous measure without a true zero. Means it's a continuous one. Or a set means any particular score achieved by any particular tester or examiner. Next one. Now this is the examples of ratio data. For example, monthly sales, delivery times, weight, height, age. Now you can say these are the ratio. These ratios are meaningful. Means you have achieved or you have attached some particular parameter to that particular ratio. Monthly is a ratio. Always remember, monthly sales is a ratio data, but out of that, monthly is a ratio per month, per quarter, per annum. These are the ratio, and you have attached one ordinal or one nominal data, that is a sales. Means it is a monthly sales. Now it is a meaningful. Without any ordinal data, only ratio is not meaningful. Monthly or suppose the weekly, it is not meaningful. What weekly? What monthly? Monthly sales or weekly, suppose the weekly purchase, then it is a meaningful data, and that's why ratio data is itself is a meaningful. Now these are the examples. These are the examples of the data for business analytics. Like now supplier. Now supplier, it is a categorical data. You can say the category. Spectrum Technology, these are the one supplier. Then Ecom Sheeting, Elm Shilling, this is the one supplier. Then Sleeping Inc, that is the one supplier. Then Space Time Technology, that is the one supplier. These are the categories of suppliers. Then again the categories of the supplier order number. Order number is again a one kind of categorical data. Next one, item number is again a one kind of categorical data, because they cannot be related to each other, and no as such mathematical operations can be performed. You cannot have any mathematical operation on this four column A, B, C, D. Then they are the categorical data. Then these are the ratio data. Item cost. Okay, item cost means this is a cost per unit. Okay, suppose the item number at the row number 13, item number 5417, control panel. The cost of that control panel per unit is 255 $255. That is a ratio data. Then again the next column, quantity, in how much quantity it is purchased, it is being purchased, then it is a ratio data. Means 10,000 quantities of airframe fasteners are being purchased from the alum sheeting. That is a whole meaning of data, and that's why it is a ratio data, it is a meaningful one. Then the cost per order. Now there is again a simple multiplication of cost into quantity, that is a cost per order, that is a ratio data. Then terms monthly order, means monthly kitni order usko दी गई है, out of that, that is a ratio data, monthly order. Then the date of that particular, you can say the purchase order, it is a date, that's why it is a interval data. And time, date and time, arrival date, sorry, means the date of making purchase PO and date of arriving of that particular supply items from that supplier, that is a arrival date. See column head, arrival date, means it's a arrival date, it's again in a interval. If suppose there was a field like supplier rating, अगर यहाँ पे हम और एक field add करते K column में supplier rating, that is excellent, good or acceptable or bad, satisfactory, etc., then that data would be called, classified as the ordinal data, that would be ordinal data. Now we will see the next one. We have discussed these three parameters of any big data, that is a growing of quantity, that is a volume, growing quantity of data. Then the, for example, social media, behavioral or video, they are always growing. Then the quickening speed of data, that is smart meters and processing monitors, that is a variety, quickening velocity, sorry, velocity of that data. Then increase in types of data, various types of data is there, app data is different, unstructured data is there, then that is a variety of data. Which one is the fourth one, Tushar? Which is the fourth V? Tushar, are you there? Okay, the fourth V is a veracity, that is a quality of data. We will move towards the next one. Now, as per the survey made, the velocity of data, biggest issue of your for your organization is the variety of data. What type of variety, what types of data you are maintaining? Maybe structured, semi-structured, unstructured. As per the original of origin of that data, your that is a survey predict that the 48% user are worrying about the variety of data. Less to that, 35% of user are worrying about the volume of data, and next very least, that is a 16% are worrying about the velocity of data. That is a volume we are talking about, that is always in a petabyte, exabyte of data. Volume is too great for the typical database management system. That's why we should have a separate database management system, a new one under the like any particular data science, that is for the particularly for the big data analytics, like R programming or Python. This is the again volume. Then the velocity of data means the analysis of streaming data, that how massive amount of streaming data is there, number of sensors are there. As like for any modern car, there are hundreds of sensors are working on that modern car. Then it is the velocity of data. Then the variety of data, from wherever that data is coming, that variety means 330 billion pieces of content are available on the Facebook every month. That is one kind of variety. Or you can say the by global size of the healthcare data estimated is 150 exabyte. That is another kind of variety. 400 million tweets are being made per day by the 200 million monthly active user. That is another one kind of variety. And that's why it's a massive set of unstructured and semi-structured data from the web traffic, social media and sensors, so on. That is terming, that is under the variety of data. Now, which source of data represents the most immediate opportunity? existing underutilized dark data, and more detail from the customer supplier that comprises 38% each for the immediate opportunity of analytics. This is opportunity with respect to the analysis or analytics. Then the social media content up to the 16%. Then the commercially available data, commercially available data means a data which is purposely originated, purposely generated. That means a commercially available data, that is 4%, and publicly available data terms for the 4%. For the with respect to the immediate opportunity for the data analytics and analytics purpose. Now, to why big data, how the big data opportunities are there, making better informed decisions for with respect to the strategies and recommendation. Big data analytics are being used, discovering the hidden insights, as we have shared one particular triangle at our WhatsApp group of our institute, Big Data and Cloud, that how you can have the data can be performed processed to the information can be processed to have the knowledge, and knowledge then can be applied as a wisdom. That's the meaning of insight, anomalies, forensics, patterns, and trends. Next one, automating business processing, that is a business intelligence. We are coming towards the business intelligence now, that is how to handle the complex events and translations. Now, by 2020, 85% of Fortune 500 organizations will be unable to exploit the big data for the competitive advantage, which is the big opportunity for data in the your organization. Means process automation or insight discovery and decision making. For which purpose big data will be mostly used? It will be mostly used for the insight discovery and decision making. It is being used nowadays. Whereas for the process automation, it is very less used. Business analytics will drive 70% of investment in the expansion and modernization of information infrastructure. Means whatever the investment being made with respect to the or in any organization in upcoming next recent future, 70% of that investment will be made for the purpose of data analytics and business analytics only. Next one, identifying the fraud. For that purpose data will be used. And what do you mean by the dark data? The operational data that is not being used. Consulting, market and market research companies describe the dark data as information assets that organization collect, process, stores in a course of their regular business activity, but generally fail to use for other purposes. That is a dark data. Means a data, in a simple language, we can say the data, secondary data which is generated, but mostly which is neglected, that can be termed as a dark data. We will see that in detail. What do you mean by quality improvement? We will see that in the next point. Coming towards the second module, as we are running out of time. Second module, that is of business analytics. Now, what do we mean by the business analytics or business intelligence? Which is it actually means a broad category of application technologies and processes made for gathering, storing, accessing, and analyzing data. Means business intelligence or analytics is a one kind of activity which is made or performed for the purpose of gathering data, then the storing data, then accessing the store data, and then after accessing the store data, you can have the analysis of data. But for which purpose? To purpose to help the business user to make the better decisions. That is the basic or purpose of any business intelligence or business analytics activity. Next one. The many companies are performing new kinds of analytics like the sentiment analytics, emotional analysis, etc., to better and quickly understand and respond what their customers are saying. The cloud, here comes the cloud, and appliances are being used to store the data, and advanced analytics are growing in popularity and importance. Means it's being very popularly used to perform the any activity with respect to the customer or with respect to the end user of your product or services rendered by your organization. Next one. What do you mean by the fourth V that I was asking? Fourth V, that is the quality of data. Veracity, that is the uncertainty of data, or you can say the quality. Quality is always uncertain. It might be there or may not be there, like that. 1 in 3 business leaders don't trust the information they use to make the decision. That is uncertainty of data. Then poor data quality costs the US economy around 3.1 trillion per year. That is a poor quality of data. Then 27% of the respondents in a one survey were unsure of how much their data was inaccurate. That is how the quality of data is measured. You cannot have the actual measurement of quality. There is no fixed unit for that purpose, but that is uncertainty of data and veracity of data that plays the major role in any business analytics or business intelligence activity. Now these are the analytics models. If only information is there, then it is a descriptive analytics. With the information, you can have the descriptive analysis. What happened with the only information? What happened to the value? It is the descriptive analytics. If the hindsight, we are going towards the insight now. अगर आपको वो ट्रायंगल याद होगा कि जो मैंने ग्राफ के ऊपर दिया है, डेटा, इंफॉर्मेशन, then the knowledge, and then the wisdom, insight. The same triangle is represented here in a XY chart format. Why did it happen? What happened? And then why did it happen? That is a diagnostic analytics. Depending on that, we will get an insight, user will get an insight, and that then the user can predict what will happen in the future. That is a predictive analytics. And then with the optimization techniques, foresight can be achieved. And then user means the developer of that business and intelligence activity, or user of that business analytics activity, can answer how can we make it happen. जो आपको चाहिए वो कैसे आप करवा सकते हैं. That is a prescriptive analytics. Means we are traveling from descriptive analysis to the prescriptive analytics by using the various technologies or tools of business analytics or business intelligence models. As you are saying, value is increased with respect to the prescriptive analysis, whereas in a descriptive analysis, value is less. And to achieve that prescriptive analysis, we have to overcome the major difficulties. Difficulty is also major. Okay. In a descriptive analysis, difficulty is less, whereas in a prescriptive analysis, difficulty is more. We will see the descriptive analysis. Descriptive analytics such as reporting, OLAP, dashboard, data visualization have been widely used for the some time. These are the descriptive analysis. Like any dashboard, what has occurred, descriptive analytics can have the visual data visualization, like any particular Excel dashboard. Then predictive analytics. Predictive analytics means the algorithm for the predictive, such as regression analysis or machine learning neural network comes under the predictive analytics. What will occur? You can have any particular mathematical formula and you can predict that what will occur. That is a regression analysis. You can have any particular like a linear programming problem, LPP. There comes under the predictive analytics. Then prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive analytics are often referred as advanced analytics, and it often for the allocation of scarce resources and optimization technique. You might have gone through the OT last sem or last to last sem. You might have gone through the one mathematical subject of optimization technique that is related over here. That what should occur. Okay. In the last topic, we have seen what will occur. That is a predictive. Now it is a what should occur. That is a prescriptive. By using some OT technique, optimization techniques, you can give the answer of what should occur. And by using all this analytics model, we can have the organizational transformation. Analytics are competitive requirement because if your competitor are using any kind of analytics, then obviously you have to use that. All the analytics should be based on the business intelligence, that is for BI based organization. The use of BI is a requirement for successfully competing in the marketplace. जैसे अभी हमने डिस्कस किया कि अगर आपको मार्केट प्लेस में आपकी वैल्यू बना के रखनी है, then you should have the application of better and better business analytic techniques. Like in the IBM MIT's loan management review research, they have studied and found that the top performing companies in their industry are much more likely to use the analytics rather than intuition. जैसे हम इंट्यूशन के ऊपर काम करते थे, अभी इट शुड नॉट बी देयर, वी शुड यूज द एनालिटिक्स अक्रॉस द वाइडेस्ट रेंज ऑफ पॉसिबल डिसीजन. जहां पे भी पॉसिबल है वहां पे अभी क्या काम आता है, एनालिटिक्स काम आता है. नेक्स्ट वन. और this is true that a complex system always do require the analysis, data analytics, like to tackle the complex problem and provide the individualized solution, customized solution. BI is useful. Products and services are organized around the needs of individual customers. Dollar value means the rupee value or money value of interaction with each customer is high, and that high level of interaction with each customer. And these are the examples which are using the BI techniques. Organization like IBM, World Bank, and Halliburton are using the BI techniques. Then the volume operations require the analytics. High volume markets do require the analytics, business intelligence. For example, the Amazon.com. Amazon.com, they are always performing in a big volume. Amazon.com के ऊपर ऐसे कभी होता नहीं कि ओके कोई सिंगल यूजर है, सिंगल परचेसर है या सिंगल सेल्स वाला है. Number of or millions and millions of products and services are available on the Amazon.com or eBay or like the Hertz, and they are being utilized, and they are utilizing the BI technique to have their own low dollar value. Means by having BI technique, applying some BI technique, they can achieve the minimum investment so that they can render the services in a minimum possible expenditure, and that's why the rates on such a websites are very cheap. Now these are the natures of any industry. Online retailers like Amazon.com, then you can say the any particular operation when you enter their site, cookies is placed, how they are performing BI, that is explained over here. When you enter any site like Amazon, the cookies placed on your PC and all clicks are recorded based on your clicks. यानी कि आप क्या सर्च करते हैं, क्या क्लिक करते हैं, recommendations in engine decide what products to display. Then after you purchase an item, they have additional information that is used in marketing campaign. They use our information for the marketing purpose. Customer segmentation analysis is used in deciding what promotions should be sent to you. See, you might have actually getting the mails. So mails कैसे आते हैं? Due to this reason only. How profitable you are means influence. Profitable your influences. How customer care center treats you. That is one of the parameter. Then the pricing team helps set prices and decides that what prices are needed to clear out the merchandise. यानी कि जो भी आपका वहाँ पे प्रोडक्ट्स है वो अगर क्लियर करना है तो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्राइस सेट्स शुड बी मेड. forecasting models are used to decide how many items to order for an inventory, and that's how the dashboard monitors the all aspect of organizational performance. Now this is actually how the BI works. This slide suggest or give you idea the nature of industry with respect to the BI. किसी भी एक इंडस्ट्री में बिजनेस इंटेलिजेंस या बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स with respect to the big data workout कैसे होता है. Now this is the one of the triangle that data is there. Then as per the business domain means the requirement of business. Business domain means a requirement of business. Modeling of that data is being done. Choosing the right data to include the model is important. आपको right data choose करना चाहिए to include in the model. Important to have the some thoughts as what variable might be related. Then the domain knowledge is necessary, and considering the story of relationship between beer and diapers of market basket of young males convenience stores, you still can decide upon that. I mean that is how the business intelligence works. Now this is something with respect to the business intelligence. I think I have tried to be more and more informative, and I am also sharing the video and PPT on YouTube and our group. Let
Yes,
me
sir.
first, we will conclude the first chapter over here. We are concluding the first chapter over here.
Okay, sir.